What up, my friends? How you doing? Oh, hold on. Is the microphone working? I went and tried to record a vlog for our trip to South Carolina earlier, and it wasn't working. It looks like it's working, though, so we're good. That was pretty funny, actually. I spent 20 minutes or so working on audio, and then Carly said, there's no audio here. And I went, wait, what? And I listened, and I came back, and it had messed up all my mics. So I got that sorted. Looks like we're good. We're gonna be taking a look. We're doing another Commander Crackin tonight. That's gonna be a good time. So first things first, I'm gonna grab the live stream link, share it in the Discord, and we'll go from there. I hope you guys have been having a good weekend so far. Mine has been pretty good overall. All right, here we go. All right. There we go. Perfect. Okay, cool. And hellos are in order. What up, Jess, Jordan, Kenzuki, TCG Dude, Eng. Who else is in here? Shelton, Dunn, Yamagoro, Kevin, Zircon, Millmaster, Thompson, Crawfish, Myers, Bill. Who else? Toby, Naleen, Bob. I think I got everybody who's here at the beginning. So, hello, my friends. Like I said, hope that you are having a good weekend. Bill, yeah, the Tarkir issues are a real thing. I've covered that in multiple recent videos. It's unfortunate, but Wizards' quality control has really dropped the ball with Tarkir. I mean, their standards have eroded over the years, but Tarkir is definitely a low point. Not a good time. Naleen, you're back from playing 13 hours of Magic. Well, that sounds like time well spent to me. Adam, what's going on, buddy? It's been a while since you dropped in. Well, welcome, my friend. So today, we're going to be taking a look. We're going to be taking a look at the Symbiotic Swarm Ikoria era. Ikoria era Commander deck. So, I don't really know much about this one. It shows a few cards on the back, and I read them when I initially got this, but that was a while ago. So I remember nothing. And I'm not going to read them now because we're going to be going through the cards, right? So this is back when they still gave you the oversized foils. They switched from those to these like hard ones, and then they just stopped including them all together, right? What up, Larry? Got here just in time. Hell yeah, you did, buddy. Hell yeah, you did. So let's go ahead and take a look inside. 2020, is that when it was? I mean, they'll have a year printed on it. Yeah, you're right. 2020. Damn, it's 2025. I am aging in real time and rapidly. What up, Beefy? How's it going, man? Okay, so just go ahead and toss that over to the side. Oh, these are like the original boxes when they first started doing Commander as a thing, when they changed the name to Commander and started creating Commander decks back in 2011. They used to actually give you 3 of the oversized foils, but now, just 1. Well, not now, in this particular era, right? In the time frame when this one was created. We're going on a historical jaunt. All right, so let us pop open the box and see what we got inside here. So you get the Spinner McWinner. We've got a random blank card. And the deck, I like the little trays that this used to come with. I actually genuinely like this, and I'm going to keep this box for that purpose. I really like the tray. It's got a little like finger slot for your... Oh, hello. Hello down there. Hello? Can you see me? I am inside the box. I'm the commander now. Oh. Oh. I'm coming through on multiple angles. Can you see this? Right there. All right. So, let's get this out of here. Bum, 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 bum. Zircon, when there weren't new decks for each set. Yeah, it was a different time. It was a different time. Larry, you're going to draw some 8-bit Zelda-style dungeons? Nice. That's pretty cool. Sheba, you're late. You're still here pretty early. Don't worry about it. Juglum, Techno Historian Magic. Hell yeah, my Techno Historian collection is growing. Is this the one with Fierce Guardianship? I don't know. Bo Falcon, Hatcher the Bird Commander. Well, I command you to be chill. Alright, what does this say here about this deck? Oh, it's got information about 3 different legendaries, I guess. You got Catherine the Aspect Warper, who's an insect nightmare that lurks in the peaty marshes of Indatha. It uses shifting adaptive tendrils on its body to mimic other creatures and deceive would-be predators. Many a monster hunter, seeing only a big bug, has ventured after what they thought was easy prey. A mistake they've rarely lived to learn from. Bum, bum, bum. And then there's Tyam, the Luminous Enigma, a strange reclusive creature with a mysterious connection to Ikoria's crystals. No one's been able to document the exact nature of the connection, which is unusual even among monsters. Some speculate Tyam can control the crystal's effects on other creatures in some way, and scholars are desperate to witness his power in action. Well, I'm desperate too, because we will never get any of that information, bro. And then we got Nakara, Lair Scavenger, and Yannick, the Scavenging Sentinel. They're both outsiders and loners, misunderstood by their home communities. Oh, my dad doesn't understand me. That's why I got all these piercings. Fuck you, Dad. Why didn't you love me? Look what I became, Papa. Look what you did to me. Now I give myself to greasy men. They're bonded only to each other, and they rely on their companionship to help survive Ikoria's harsh, monster-riddled wilderness. From their point of view, there are few you can trust to have your back, but the ones you can, you do without hesitation. All right. Love me, Papa. My only friend is a weird, antlered, feral jackal boy. You don't want to know what he does with that staff. He's the only one I can trust, Papa. Why didn't you hug me, Father? Why didn't you hug me? No guard! Super Chat says, I bought the Calamax Precon just for the deflecting SWAT. The ramp and land choices back then versus now is very drastic and has come a long way in 5 years. Well, we're going to experience that firsthand. But first things first, I got to put you up on the board. Thanks for the Super Chat. All right. No guard. Lord of the board action. So, let's get this sucker cracked open here. Listen to that crinkling. Listen to that crink-a-dinkling. Will just be magic ASMR crinkle boys. I like my crinkles. Come on now. I was making a joke, but now it's resisting me. I gotta beef up my finger skills, bro. Okay. Wow, that has a very strong scent to it. A very strong production scent. Wait, do they not... Oh, I'm a dumbass. I was like, do they not include a deck box for it? Because I'm so used to the fold-out deck boxes. I literally have it right here. I was showing myself reflected in it. And I'm like, bro, do they not have a deck box for it? Duh. I do like the fact that, like... They, for a while, have just been using these cheese bag ones with no art on it at all. At least this one has a more of a distinct vibe to it, right? Nishimoto, what's up? You like that crinkle? Oh yeah, shield bearer action. Thanks for being a member, Nishimoto. All right, so we got Catherine the Aspect Warper. A green, a black, a white, and 2. 3/3. It's a nightmare insect. When it enters the battlefield, put a flying counter on any creature you control if a creature card in your graveyard is flying, and then do the same for first strike, double strike, death touch, hexproof, indestructible, lifelink, menace, reach, trample, and vigilance. Then put a +1/+1 on him for each counter put on a creature this way. That feels pretty gross. Pretty gross. Honestly, it feels like you can get a lot of bonus. Yeah, Bo Falcon, I realized I probably confused you with what was going on, but it's fine. It's fine. I figured it out. My man. So the Catherine situation is pretty wild. Obviously, you want to have a bunch of jank in your graveyard with abilities to be able to put counters on everybody. And Ikoria's where they brought in ability counters in the first place. So I thought that was really cool, actually. I like the whole give permanent flying and all that. Hey, Wayne's in the house. Of course, you're going to love Double Strike because you invented it. So you're clearly very biased. Also, just so you know, that vlog about our trip to the States is going to be coming out soon, buddy. So yeah, I mean, 3/3, he doesn't have any abilities on his own. So you can put all the counters just on him if you want and give him a bunch of +1/+1s or make him into a big, like, goof bag nonsense machine. It is fun to see a billion abilities on a card, right? I am a big dumb Timmy. I love big dumb creatures. I love tons of abilities. It's satisfying. Brent likes that ability soup. Add them all up, boys. Swallow it down. Here's Tyum. 1 green, 1 black, and a white and 1 for a 3/3 Nightmare Beast. Each other creature you control enters the battlefield with an additional vigilance counter on it. That's weird. So if it has a vigilance counter, it gets an extra one anyways. Why would you need 2 vigilance counters? 3 mana, remove 3 counters from among creatures you control. Put the top 3 cards of your library into your graveyard. Then return a permanent card with converted mana cost 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. Well, there you go. Obviously, it just answered my question. If you have a creature that's got vigilance counters and getting extra vigilance counters, you can just remove them. If he's already got vigilance, you can go, I'm going to remove those counters and bring a dude back. So reanimating by counter removing, and you can remove negative counters, right? Like you could remove -1, -1s. You could remove stuns. So that doesn't feel too bad at all. Then we got Nakara, the Lair Scavenger. Where's your buddy? Where's her Hakuna Matata Jackal Boy? A black and 2/2/2 partners with Yannick Scavenging Sentinel. Oh, I guess that's going to be right under. Okay. 2/2 Menace. Whenever another creature you control leaves the battlefield, if it had 1 or more counters on it, you draw a card and lose a life. That doesn't feel too shabby. When you're playing with 40 life, you're going to be replenishing cards in your hand. 1 life ain't that big a deal, right? So what's the partner? Scavenging Sentinel is a white, green, and 2 3/3 vigilance. When it enters the battlefield, exile another creature you control until this leaves the battlefield. When you do, distribute X +1/+1 counters among any number of target creatures, where X is the exiled creature's power. Huh. So you exile one of your dudes. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know. I guess I'll have to see some of the other stuff in the deck. All right. Oh, the tokens are up here at the front instead of at the back like with the other decks. All right. We got a different ordering. I should probably open up this deck box to put some of this stuff in. Put it in as it goes along here to get it out of the way. Okay, so I guess we're going to be looking at the lands, unless it's like the other Commander decks where it's kind of all over the place. So, Myriad Landscape, Orzhov Basilica, Sandstep Citadel, Celestia Sanctuary, Blossoming Sands, Evolving Wilds, Jungle Hollow, Scoured Barrens, a bunch of plains, a bunch of swamps, a bunch of forests. Whoa, that's it? Okay. All right. No guard. I absolutely know what you're talking about now, buddy. Like, wow. Wow. That is a really rough mana base. That is like, wow. And I thought the new Commander decks had questionable mana bases, but dude. All right. Avenging Hunt Bonder. 2 white and 3, 3/3 double strike. Whenever it attacks, put a double strike counter on another target attacking creature. That's awesome. That is awesome. Just straight up make your guys permanently double striking. I can get down with that. Does that mean these decks have more than 10 unique cards like the new Commander decks? Cartographer's Hawk, I should say. 1 white and 1, 2/1 flyer. When it deals combat damage to a player who controls more lands than you, return it to its owner's hand. If you do, you can search for a Plains card, put it on the battlefield, tap, then shuffle. I mean, it only costs 2, right? Ball Falcon, you have the same deck so you can follow along with the real cards as I go. Well, that's fun. Oh, Jordan, it just has 10 new cards? All right. Vitality Hunter, a white and 3, 3/4 lifelink. It's got Monstrosity X. Monstrosity was an ability that originally showed up in the Theros block. So you can pay 2 white and X, and you put X +1/+1 counters on it, and it becomes monstrous. So you can only do it one time. And when it becomes monstrous, put a lifelink counter on each up to X target creatures. Okay. Daring Fiend Bonder is next. Let's see if you're right. Oh, you're right. Okay. Daring Fiend Bonder. A black and 3, 5/1 with haste. Attacks each combat if able. Pretty fragile. 1 black and 1, exile it from your graveyard. Put an indestructible counter on target creature. Activate this only at sorcery speed. I mean, 4 mana 5/1 that you have to swing in with right away. And then you have to exile it to get the indestructibility. It feels underwhelming, doesn't it? It feels underwhelming. I don't know, man. I look at that and go, Although 2 mana to make anything indestructible is pretty cheap. And if there's somebody who's open and has no blocking creatures, but it's 4 mana. That's expensive. Netherborn Altar. A black and 1 artifact. Tap it, put a soul counter on it. Put your commander into your hand from the command zone. Then you lose 3 life for each soul counter on the altar. Weird. But you can remove the counters. So if you can remove counters from it, then you can kind of mitigate most of that life loss. But you're just putting your commander into your hand. So, like, unless you have something to cheat him out, I guess it's a way to get around the commander tax. I guess that's the idea. Get around the commander tax, remove the counters from this to mitigate that, and just pay 3 life for each time. So you could take advantage of it, depending on the scenario. Obscuring Haze. A green and 2 instant. If you control a commander, you can cast it for free. Prevent all combat damage will be dealt this turn by creatures your opponents control. A one-sided fog you can cast for free with your commander out does not feel too shabby. But the other cards that you can play for free with your commander out are better, right? Like there's the black one that can kill any creature. There's the red one that lets you retarget. There's the blue one that's a counterspell. So as far as these sort of commander free casts go, this is low on the totem pole. But I do like the fact that it's a one-sided fog. Like, just your opponents, not you. Selective Adaptation. Oh, this artwork's pretty sweet. 2 green and 4 sorcery. Reveal the top 7 of your library. Choose from among them a card with flying, 1 with first strike, and so on for double strike, death touch, haste, hexproof, indestructible, lifelink, menace, reach, trample, and vigilance. Put one of those chosen cards onto the battlefield, the other chosen cards into your hand, and the rest into your graveyard. So for 6 mana, you could put a creature straight into play and get 6 cards. Like, you could end up with 6 more creature cards in your hand. That's bonkers. That's bonkers. Now, obviously, you have to have all these abilities showing up, so it's not guaranteed. But that feels really good, man. Slippery Bog Bonder. Look at this guy. 1 green and 3, 3/3 flash hexproof. When it enters the battlefield, put a hexproof counter on target creature, then move any number of counters from among creatures you control onto that creature. Now this I like. You can make one creature into a big hassle. You can be like, yo, first of all, you can't target this guy. Secondly, he's got all of these extra abilities. That's got some real potential. And at flash speed, no less. I dig it. Nesting Grounds. Oh, they downgraded this to an uncommon, right? They reprinted this in like Modern Horizons 3, wasn't it? Or was it Modern Horizons 2? Or both? I know I've seen this. Used to be a rare. Taps for a colorless. 1 tap. Move a counter from target permanent you control onto another target permanent. Activate this anytime you cast a sorcery. In this deck, there's a lot of counters to move around, so not too shabby. Jess, I feel you, man. Precons straight out of the box tend to be too weak to compete. Hey, a Chroma Angel of Wrath. Yeah, boy. 3 white and 5. 6/6. Flying. First strike. Vigilance. Trample. Haste. Pro red. And pro black. All right. I like the original flavor text. No rest. No mercy. No matter what. Right? This flavor text is not nearly as good. Wrath is no vice when inflicted upon the deserving. Okay, Akroma, if you say so. Awesome card, though. Angel of Finality. This one is another one that's become uncommon, hasn't it? A white and 3, 3/4 flyer. When it enters the battlefield, exile all cards from target player's graveyard. So hose somebody's graveyard deck. I do like the Angel contrasted against the darkening sky as the day fades in front of the graveyard. That is pretty sweet. Cataclysmic Gearhulk. 2 white and 3, 4/5 vigilance. When it enters the battlefield, each player chooses an artifact, a creature, an enchantment, and a planeswalker from among the non-land permanents they control and sacrifices the rest. So strong, man. So beefy. So beefy. Kalemne's Captain. What the hell is this? 2 white and 3, 5/5 vigilance giant soldier. Monstrosities 3 for 7. And when it becomes monstrous, exile all artifacts and enchantments. Ooh, I like that. Also, I love the fact that he's just smashing a building. Like, get wrecked, bro. That's great. Audric, 1 white and 3, 3/3. Beginning of each combat, creatures you control get first strike if a creature you control has first strike. And the same happens with flying, death touch, double strike, haste, hexproof, indestructible, lifelink, menace, reach, skulk, trample, and vigilance. So everybody gets everybody's abilities. Not too shabby. Not too shabby at all. Revelark? Oh, from back in the Lorwyn days. 1 white and 4, 4/3 flying. When it leaves the battlefield, return up to 2 target creature cards of power 2 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield, and it evokes for 6. Most evoke costs are less than the cost of the creature, but because evoke makes you sack the creature, right? And this is an ability based on when it leaves, it's actually sometimes more powerful to just be able to sacrifice it. The artwork on it is goofy. It's like a 4-winged flying light bush. It's a real goofy looking card. But it's a powerful card. Solemn Recruit. 2 white and 1, 2/2 double strike. Beginning your end step, if a permanent you controlled left the battlefield this turn, put a +1/+1 on it. That's okay. It's okay. By today's standards, not the strongest. Sunblast Angel. 2 white and 4, 4/5 flyer. When it enters the battlefield, destroy all tapped creatures. I've only ever seen this in a 2-player game. I imagine in a commander game, it's going to be even grosser, you know? That's not too shabby at all. Together Forever, 2 white. When it enters the battlefield, support 2. Put +1/+1 counter on each of up to 2 target creatures. 1. For 1 mana, choose target creature with a counter on it. When that creature dies this turn, return that card to its owner's hand. I never thought this was a very good card when it originally came out. I was pretty underwhelmed by it. I think it was in Battle Bond or something like that. And I went, meh, it's jank. But with the amount of counters in this deck, this becomes considerably more appealing. Zatalpa. Oh, another big fat beef boy with crazy abilities. 2 white and 6, 4/8 legendary elder dinosaur. Flying, double strike, vigilance, trample, indestructible. It feels so good. Well, Falcon, still shot calling it with your copy of the deck, bro. No guard, you like it. Together Forever is a slam dunk in a modular deck. Absolutely, absolutely. Move the counters amongst your artifact creatures. All right, we got Cairn Wanderer, a black and 4, 4/4 changeling, and as long as a creature with flying is in your graveyard, it has flying. Same deal for fear, first strike, double strike, death touch, haste, landwalk, lifelink, protection, reach, trample, shroud, and vigilance. I feel like this episode of Commander Cracking is going to be the one where I say the absolute most of keywords. Like, so many keywords. I feel like I've already said more keywords just in the amount of cards we've gone through than any other Commander cracking video, right? Because there's so many of these cards that go, all right, this ability, this ability, this ability. We got Ever After, 2 black and 4 sorcery. Return up to 2 target creature cards from your graveyard to the battlefield. Each of them is a black zombie in addition to the other colors and types, and put this on the bottom of your library. All right, so it's just reusable reanimation. Okay, I can get down with that. Soul of Innistrad, 2 black and 4, 6/6 death touch. 2 black and 3, return up to 3 target creature cards from your graveyard to your hand. Oh, you can just do that as much as you want? Okay. 2 black and 3, exile it from your graveyard, return up to 3 target creature cards from your graveyard to your hand. Bro, that's crazy. That's crazy. You can just keep getting more and more stuff from your graveyard. That's wild. That's wild. Soul Flare, 2 black and 4, 4/4 delve. If a creature with flying was exiled with its delve ability, it has flying. Same deal for first strike, double strike, death touch, haste, hexproof, indestructible, lifelink, reach, trample, and vigilance. All right. So you could theoretically exile 4 different creatures with this and give them 4 different abilities. And he's got 4 different arms with 4 different weapons. I do like the way that works. That is pretty cool. Hornet Queen, yes! Bro, you know how hard it was to get good green flyers back in the day? Right? Then they started making crazy stuff like this. 3 green and 4, 2/2 flying death touch. When it enters the battlefield, create 4/1/1 green insect creature tokens with flying and death touch. Just get stung, son! Bam, 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 bam. Watch your opponent's creatures swell up as the poison courses through their veins. It's gross. Majestic Miriarch. What the hell is this? 1 green and 4. Its power and toughness are each equal to twice the number of creatures you control. Beginning of each combat, it gains flying until end of turn if you have a flyer. Same for first strike, double strike, death touch, haste, hexproof, indestructible, lifelink, menace, reach, trample, and vigilance. Well, it fits right into this deck. Whatever set this was in originally, this was like the you got hosed mythic from that set. I can't remember what it was, though. Maybe it was Ikoria. Splinter Fright. 1 green and 2 trample. And its star, power and toughness are equal to the number of creature cards in your graveyard. Beginning your upkeep, mill the top 2 cards of your deck. So, I mean, considering how much stuff in this deck cares about your graveyard, that is a good fit in here. Abzan Ascendancy. Oh, how fitting. How fitting. We're in the time of the clans. So that actually totally fits in here. All right. Reading all those abilities is things are starting to heat up, guys. Pretty soon I'll be shirtless at this rate. Okay. Remove 1 shirt counter from Target Historian. All right. So, when the Ascendancy enters the battlefield, put a +1 on all your guys. Whenever a non-token creature you control dies, create a 1/1 white spirit creature token. It's all right. Boost all your guys and then have a little 1/1 factory. Makes me realize how much I like the old school vibe of Tarkir creatures compared to the clans now. They don't have the same oomph, you know? A Johnny Unyielding. A white, a green, and 4. 4 loyalty. +2. Reveal the top 3 of your library. All non-land permanents revealed this way into your hand. Rest on the bottom. -2. Exile target creature. Controller gains life equal to its power. -9. Put 5 +1s on each creature you control and 5 loyalty on each other planeswalker you control. Well, I wonder how many planeswalkers are in here, you know? Like, how relevant is that ability? Archon of Valor's Reach. A white, a green, and 4. 5/6 flying vigilance trample. When it enters the battlefield, choose artifact, enchantment, instant sorcerer, or planeswalker. Players can't cast spells of the chosen type. That's fun. That's fun. I like that. That's pretty sweet, actually. Also, the flying lion that he's on is pretty cool. I like that. Deadbridge Chant. A green, a black, and 4. Enchantment. When it enters the battlefield, put the top 10 cards of your library into your graveyard. Beginning your upkeep, choose a card at random in your graveyard. If it's a creature, put it into play. Otherwise, put it into your hand. Yeah, bro. I played this in my cube, It's strong. It's strong. This thing left alone will just run away. It'll run away with the craziness. Dune Blast. All right, so green, black, white, and 4. Sorcery. Choose up to 1 creature, destroy the rest. So you can wrath all creatures if you want, or you can wrath all but your one guy. Look at that. How horrific would it be to be the one lone chosen creature? You're standing there, everyone's around you, and all of a sudden, they're just obliterated. Imagine the PTSD that would inflict upon you. That's insane, man. Karamitra. 1 white, 1 green, and 3 for the God of Harvests. She is 6/7 indestructible. As long as your devotion to green and white is less than 7, it's not a creature. When you cast a creature spell, you can search your library for a forest or plain, put it on the battlefield tap, then shuffle your library. Well, there are a lot of forests and plains in this deck, so that's not a terrible ability. Mimic Vat. Oh, with different artwork. I love Mimic Vat. 3 cost artifact with an imprint. Whenever a non-token creature dies, you can exile that card. If you do, return each other card exiled with Mimic Vat to its owner's graveyard. 3 and tap it. Create a token that's a copy of a card exiled with Mimic Vat. It gains haste. Exile at the beginning of the next end step. So you can just have this generate tokens of 1 creature. And you can do it with either your creatures, your opponent's creatures. This has a ton of versatility. But you look through and there's no other planeswalkers. That's cheese. That's cheese. Oh, okay. So we are going to have more lands later. All right. So we got Canopy Vista, Caves of Koilos. All right. We're getting into better lands at least. Exotic Orchard, Gavany Township. Oh, I like this one. Tap for a colorless or a white, a green, and 2 and tap it. Put a +1/+1 counter on all your guys. That's sweet for a deck that really cares about counters. Grim Backwoods. Tap for a colorless or green, black, and 2. Tap it, sack a creature, draw a card. Great for a deck that wants creatures in the graveyard. Sungrass Prairie, Blighted Woodland, Command Tower, Golgari Rot Farm, Croson Verge, search for 2 lands, not too shabby. Memorial to Folly, 1 black and 2. Sack it to return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. Again, considering how graveyard-centric this is, that's a really solid include. Bonder's Ornament. I like this. 3 cast, tap for a mana of any color. 4 and tap it. Each player who controls a permanent named Bonder's Ornament draws a card. I feel like nobody really plays with this. So it's like a James Dye Tome, but way better. Because back in the day, that's what we had. It was a 4 cast artifact. 4 and tap it, draw a card. This only costs 3 to put out. Acts as a mana rock, and then can also draw you cards. So definitely very solid. Arcane Signet, obviously. Is Ikoria where they introduced these? Or was that in Dominaria? I can't remember. Commander Sphere. Sol Ring. Swiftfoot Boots. 2 mana, equip for 1. Equip creature has hexproof and haste. Very, very solid. Blood Curdle. 1 black and 3 instant. Destroy target creature. Put a menace counter on a creature you control. I mean, 4 mana to smoke a creature. Not the greatest deal. But getting a menace counter out of it with this deck seems okay. It seems alright. Unbreakable Bond, a black and 4. Return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield with a lifelink on it. Okay. Alright. I mean, it's fine. Some reanimation with a little bit of a bonus, but 5 is a lot. Void Beckoner. 2 black and 6. 8/8 Death Touch. Cycles for a black and 2. When you cycle it, put a Death Touch counter on target creature you control. I like it. Either you get a gigantic beef boy, or you can pitch it at instant speed to surprise your opponent, slap a Death Touch counter on one of your dudes, and use it to like chump block, or to kill some bigger creature that was blocking it, right? Larry, was it Throne of Eldraine where the Arcane Signet first showed up? Titanith Rex. Similar to the Void Beckoner, but with Trample instead. So it's got the cycle for 2. You get to put a counter on target creature, gives them Trample. But it's an 11/11 Trampler for 9 mana. And I do love big, fat nuttiness. Martial Impetus. 1 white and 2. Enchant creature. It gets +1/+1 and is goaded, so it has to attack every turn and attack a creature other than you. I never really liked Goad, but that's because I was used to playing 2-player Magic, so Goad just felt whatever. In Commander, when you can force it to attack someone other than you, it becomes decidedly more interesting. Whenever enchanted creature attacks, each other creature that's attacking one of your opponents gets +1/+1 until end of turn. Huh. Okay. All right. The artwork is just a guy holding a spear, so... Weh. Parasitic Impetus. 1 black and 2. Enchant creature gets +2/+2 and is goaded. Whenever enchanted creature attacks, its controller loses 2 life, and you gain 2 life. I like that. That's pretty solid. That's pretty solid. And the artwork is insane. You've got this horse that's been enchanted with this crazy miasma, right? I suppose it siphons life away from whatever it comes in contact with. GM, Ikoria was the first set you bought? Oh, this must be nostalgic for you then, buddy. Predatory Impetus. 1 green and 4, enchant creature, +3/+3, must be blocked if able, and is goaded. All right. Make it big. Force your opponents to block it. Force your opponents to attack other people. It seems half-decently solid. Maybe not good enough to actually play, though. Aerial Responder. 2 white and 1 for a 2/3 Flying Vigilance lifelink. Pretty underwhelming, let's be real. Unburial Rites. A black and 4. Return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield, but it also flashes back for a white and 3, so you can get 2 reanimations out of it. And considering how much this deck's feeding into the graveyard, that fits in pretty well. Vampire Nighthawk. That's actually what I was thinking about. When I saw Aerial Responder, I was like, wow, swapping Vigilance for Death Touch is such a big difference. Like a 2/3 that doesn't tap to attack. Whoop-de-doo. He's also ready to defend. Also, I think his artwork's stupid with the weird hot air balloon goofy nonsense that he's got there. And Vampire Nighthawk looks amazing, crouching there. So cool. 2/3 flying Death Touch lifelink. That is sick. Tarkir has like an upped version of this. It's like 3/3 now. Acidic Slime. Now we're talking. 2 green and 3 Death Touch. 2/2. When it enters the battlefield, destroy target artifact, enchantment, or land. You can get rid of a lot of things with it. Cultivate. 1 green and 2. Search your library for up to 2 basic lands. Reveal them. Put one into the battlefield tapped and the other into your hand. Pretty solid land fetcher. Harmonize. 2 green and 2 sorcery. Draw 3 cards. This originally came out in Planar Chaos where they were color shifting cards. So this is a color shifted concentrate. And when it first came out, green had almost no card draw like this. So it really stood out. But by today's standard, it doesn't really feel like that great of a card draw. Sakura Tribe Elder has stood the test of time. 1 green and 1 for a 1/1. Sack it to go through your deck for a basic land, put it onto the battlefield tapped, and shuffle. Makes an amazing little chump blocker. Also great if you can keep recurring it from your graveyard. You know what you do? You have Together Forever. You have that land that lets you move counters. Move crappy counters onto him. Sack him to get a land. Pay 1 to put him right back in your hand. And just rinse and repeat. That's pretty sweet. Satyr Wayfinder. A green and 1/1/1. When it enters, reveal the top 4 cards of your library. You can put a land from among them into your hand. Pretty underwhelming. Skullwinder. Green and 2, 1/3 Death Touch. When it enters the battlefield, return target card from your graveyard to your hand. Then choose an opponent. That player returns a card from their graveyard to their hand. Boo! Thumbs down. I don't ever want to give my opponents resources. I really don't like playing cards that give my opponents things. So this for me is no way. I'm not giving somebody something back. Forget it. I would not play this. Do not like this. Abzan Charm. A green, a black, and a white. Instant. Choose one. Exile target creature with power 3 or greater. Or you draw 2 cards and you lose 2 life. Or distribute 2 +1/+1 counters among 2 target creatures. Alright, you can get rid of creatures, make your guys bigger, up your counter count. You can also draw cards. Seems like a decent amount of versatility. Death Sprout. A green, 2 black, and 1 instant. Destroy target creature, search your library for a basic land, put it on the battlefield tap, then shuffle your library. compared to the other card that just gives a menace counter for destroying a creature, way better. And this has incredible Seb McKinnon artwork, right? Seb McKinnon, such an epic artist, and Wizards is a bunch of goofbags for deciding they're not going to work with him anymore because he's top notch. D-Spark, a black or white instant, exile target permanent with converted mana cost 4 or greater. In Commander, you're going to see a lot of people playing with a lot of crazy big stuff. So this has a lot of utility to it, right? Bovalgan, Skullwinder's a political card. If I choose you, will you get rid of that? Yeah, see, I don't care for all that goofbag dealer McWheeler stuff. Forget it. Forget it. I'm not giving you nothing. Jordan, Seb McKinnon's your favorite favorite artist in Magic? Good choice, buddy. Grizzly Salvage, a green and a black, instant. Reveal a top 5 of your library. You're going to put a creature or land card from among them into your hand, and the rest into your graveyard. Well, I mean, that's a decent way to feed your graveyard some stuff. Then we got Nyx Weaver, a black, a green, and 1, 2, 3 reach. At the beginning of your upkeep, put the top 2 cards of your library into your graveyard. Green, a black, and 1. Exile it. Return target card from your graveyard to your hand. It's okay. Feed a bunch of stuff into your graveyard, and then when he dies, use him to get something back. That'll work. Then we've got... they give you little counter cards. That's a nice include, actually. 3 of them, too. That's a pretty decent choice. 4 of them. They just keep multiplying. That's a pretty decent choice on top of the tokens, I have to say. So that's pretty cool. Now, these old Commander decks didn't come with those little juice bag collector booster bonus things because collector boosters didn't exist back then. But I've become so accustomed to cracking little packs at the end of Commander decks that I'm disappointed we don't have one to crack. So I want to crack something. So you know what we're going to crack? I got it right here. Even though it's not the same world, we're just going to crack an Innistrad Remastered booster. Let's do it. Shiba, a good chunk of these cards are in the new Sultai deck. Well, I mean, it's been 5 years. It's been 5 years. All right. So, let's zip through Abundant Growths. Wow, there's... Okay. Pretty solid comments so far. Tragic Slip, Abundant Growth, Faithless Luton. Village Rites. Oh, yeah. The guy who did the artwork on Village Rites. There's Village Cannibals and Village Rites. And this is the next step on the Village Cannibals journey. I did a video discussing the change between the two. And Bud Cook, the artist who did this, and the original Village Cannibals, enjoyed my video on the artwork so much that he literally did a little painting sketch of me on an artist-proof zombie token and sent it to me. I have it framed hanging on the wall. A very nice gift. Cathar Commando. Me. Static Awakener. Alright, now we're on to the uncommons. Fiery Temper, which is alright. I mean, you can madness it for 1 red to do 3 damage to any target. That's pretty solid. Mentor of the Meek. This guy was a rare originally. 1 white and 2, 2/2. Whenever another creature you control with power 2 or less enters, you can pay 1 to draw a card. That's pretty solid. Drew Now Corpse Trawler. A blue and 3, 1/1. When it enters, make a 2/2 black zombie. And 1 black and 2. Target zombie gains death touch till end of turn. Underwhelming, but funky artwork. The rare is Reforge the Soul. Good old Fire Jugs. 2 red and 3 sorcery. Each player pitches their hand, then draw 7 cards. And it miracles for a red and 1. So if it's the card you draw as your first card in a turn, you can cast it for the miracle cost instead of its regular cost. Very nice. Hey, Jordan, thanks for the thumbs up pair super sticker, buddy. I appreciate it. So that's a pretty decent rare. And then old bordered Voldarin Epicure. I think this is so douchey. Oh, look at me. I'm at a wedding and I am drinking this blood. Is this up to my standards? Whatever. Hey, nice. A foil Tireless Tracker. This guy's great. 1 green and 2, 3/2. Landfall. Whenever a land comes out under your control, you investigate, so you get a clue token. And when you sack a clue token, you put a +1/+1 on him. He is very solid. Very solid. And then we got a foil Old Bordered Forest and a zombie/blood token. So not a terrible pack. You know what? Not a bad way to end it off. And in terms of the Commander deck, it actually seems pretty solid. It seems pretty solid overall. I like it. I like it. Juglum, I agree. That Commander deck did have some pretty impressive cards in it. It had some underwhelming stuff too, but you know, that's how Wizards does it. They put in some good stuff you can enjoy, and then they put in some stuff you can take out to improve the deck as well. Sheba, you love the retro lands? I mean, there is a special place in my heart for the old bordered stuff. I mean, when it's stupid cards I don't like the Voldarn Epicure, it's not nearly as exciting, but whatever, right? Hey, Spurl, how you doing, buddy? All right, let's move this up here. But yeah, I'm definitely glad to have one of those old plastic trays that came in the Commander deck. I do like that. I have most of my Commander decks, though, have the new boxes and are stacked accordingly. And this is obviously much bigger. It's a different one. But that's all right. It gives it some character and reminds me of the older days. Bo Falcon, the only other pre-con Commander deck you have is the Jarina Kudro deck. I don't think I've seen that one. I think, yeah, this is the only Ikorian one that I have. Chess, yeah, obviously Wizards wants to balance out like how much secondary market value they're giving in any Commander deck. And they really tried to pull back on the good cards when it came to when they were that brief period where they were releasing standard decks alongside Commander decks alongside standard sets, like the Kaldheim, Kamigawa era Commander decks. They were so weak and had so few good cards in them. They were just intentionally the most watered down garbage. Jordan, you like Entreat the Angels? It's got some sweet artwork, bro. Miracling out a bunch of angel tokens feels pretty good. Just, here's a bunch of big fat 4/4s, choke on them. That's a good feeling. Larry, you've got the Kudro deck as well. It's Marduk colored. Yeah, all the Ikoria decks have the 3 different color combinations that fall in line with the triomes. It's crazy to think that that was like 5 years ago. Time is just hurtling past, guys. Make it slow down. Make it slow down, friends. It's going too fast. It's nutty, man. We're coming up on almost 8 years of me doing YouTube now. In a couple months, it'll be 8 years. Bolvalgan, it has partner commanders as well. Do all the Ikoria decks have partner commanders? Usually when they do something like that, they're consistent about it being across all the decks, aren't they? I can't remember, honestly. I didn't pay that much attention to a lot of the Commander decks back in the day. Sheba, sometimes you don't sleep, so it feels like the day is forever. You want more day? That's understandable. I'm old enough that I like sleep. When you're a little kid, you're like, no, I don't want to go down for a nap. When you get old, you're like, yeah, I'll take a nap. Absolutely, I'll take a nap. Spurl, I got another 50 years in me at least. Hell yeah, buddy. Hell yeah, especially since we don't know where medical technology is going to go. We could still be doing this 50 years from now, son. Jess, I think, man, when it comes down to it, a lot of the stuff is almost like preset. There's a lot of cards that don't even bother getting considered. You can rule out a bunch of generic whatever vanilla Garbo creatures from the earliest days. A lot of Magic cards aren't even going to get considered for the Commander decks. And when you look at the mana bases are incredibly homogenized now. Like every single deck has a command tower. Every single deck has an exotic orchard. Every single deck has arcane signet, Sol Ring. Like there are a bunch of already filled slots. Bam, 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 bam. put in the temples, put in this. So 30-40% of the deck is pretty much already built. Wizards just takes it. They might even just be taking the old text file of previous decks and just going, okay, change these out and keep everything else the same, right? Jordan, another 100. Well, that's a big ask, but I ain't gonna say no. Ness, all the decks have a partner with pair. They also all have like 3 sets of commanders, whereas now they give you 2 different commander options. Spurl, have I seen The Last of Us show? No, is that based... There's a video game called The Last of Us, wasn't it? And it's like a very grim post-apocalyptic game, I think. I think Carly might have played that one, where people will come to you, like, you're living in a broken down house, and people will come to you and beg you to help them because, oh, my wife is dying and I need medicine. And you've got to decide whether to help them or not, or whether to not trust them because some people try and rob you and you've got people to care for. And it's just, that's really heavy, man. I've got a amazing imagination, and I don't know, like, stuff that's too dark brings me down genuinely, because the truth is underneath my rough exterior, I'm a sweet, delicate flower that cares about people. And so that kind of stuff can be a real bummer, you know? Jess, you'd like to be the guy who works on Commander Precons because you'd get more money and you wouldn't have to worry about working too hard? Fair enough, bro. Fair enough. Spurl, it's on HBO Max. You just watched episode 1, like a zombie spinoff from what you've heard. You know what? I'll make a note of it, because maybe Carly would enjoy watching that. Juggling, you think legendary cards should have lore to them? I agree that it adds depth, but at this point, they're cranking out so many that there's zero chance. And they didn't always have lore to go with every legendary anyways. So it'd be nice in an ideal world, but we're never going to get it. We're never going to get it. I just put that old, who is it, En Vogue song in my head? Never gonna get it. You know that tune? Sheba, Warhammer's the only grim stuff you want to see. Warhammer 40k, grim, dark insanity is pretty wild. Warhammer has some really funky lore. The whole Chaos God things and the Space Marines, all of it. It is out there. It is out there. Bo Falcon, it's with Pedro Pascal and it's supposed to be good. All right. Habanero, how am I liking the A-list anime? I've been enjoying it. I have been enjoying it. We're on the episode now where they just had the congratulations party for bringing in that blonde chick from the other party and the cat ninja. So they've just been officially included in the party, and we're ready for the next step. Hey, Tinsman, what's up, buddy? He says, I heard game designers are known to be lazy nerds with easy jobs. That's my understanding. By the way, working on the vlog from going down to the Shattering, bro, and there's that picture of all us all together at the steakhouse, like the Roost Chris when we went there. There's a picture of you, me, and Carly in the vlog, and then there's some footage from the actual Shattering event, and some footage from when we went to the Brazilian steakhouse, and you're featured prominently in it as Buddy's carving off some meat. So I'm not sure exactly when that's going to come out. I would say within the next week, but that vlog will be coming out. That'll be coming out over on the Hatcher channel. Omega, what's up? You've got the plague. Well, we're gonna have to burn your house down, bro. That's how it works. We gotta stop the plague from spreading, so we're gonna have to board it up, nail you in, and burn it down. That's just the way it goes. I hope you had a good run, cause it's over. Habanero, once you get past the magic internet, it's surprisingly good. Yeah, the magic internet is just to me. The whole let's live stream our dungeon delve. Okay. Okay. I mean, can't you just use scrying magic, please? Do you literally have to refer to it as live streaming? It's that cringe that makes my spine want to yank out the back of my neck. I'm like, no, no, stay in there, stay in there. But the rest of it is good. The rest of it is good. Ness, after you read the new insert for Zergo, you don't want them to do more lore for legendaries. I haven't seen any of the Tarkir legendary stuff, but I already get it because their recent lore has been garbage. So why would you want more of it? The Tarkir story sucked monkey dicks. It's just awful. Just awful. Jordan, I watched some Black Mirror, but Black Mirror started to feel samey and boring, you know? It was too similar for a lot of what I watched. A lot of it are just techno eyes and the problem that come with techno eyes. Speaking of techno tinsmen, guess how many techno historians I already have? I've got like 5 foil ones and like 12 regular ones. And I'm gonna keep getting more. Thompson, how was my day? Pretty good, buddy. Pretty good overall. I started into that time travel book. I'm like, I don't know, 80 pages in or so. Last night I settled down and I was like, instead of playing video games tonight, I'm just gonna chill with a book. And man, it made it easier to fall asleep at the end of the night. Not staring at a screen playing Balatro or Arena or something like that, my brain was more primed to crash out at the end. And I actually sat down and read some more of it today. I'm genuinely curious as to how things are going to go. I'm just at the point now where the chick is finding out, yo, we're going to be showing off your time travel technology tomorrow. And it can either be you who travels through time or somebody else, your choice. But it's happening. So I'm curious to see how things are going to go. Larry, yeah, I mean, game manufacturers, everything that's going on in the world, it's definitely more of a challenging scenario to be in. What up, Devo? How's it going, bro? Mark, with no reprints, one day I'll own all remaining Techno Historian copies in existence. I don't need to own all of them. Like, my buddy Double Strike has opened some stuff and he's like, here's how it goes. I've got 2 for my playset because that's how many you need as a playset in this game, and everything else goes to you. So that's it. And whenever I'm talking to anybody, because the Wonders people hooked me up with stuff to give to people at my local game store, which I was doing last night. I was down there handing out 2-player kits, handing out booster boxes, all of it. Playmats, the goodness. Going, here you go, here. It was like Santa Claus, bro, with my fat sack. And I haven't told anybody, those guys yet, yo, I'm collecting Techno Historians. But once I do, I'll be like, just keep the 2 that you need to have a playset and then hook me the rest. And considering I gave them the boxes, I imagine they're going to be like, yeah, you can have the extra copies I have of this common card. You know what I mean? If they don't want to give them to me, that's fine because it's their stuff and nobody has to. But I suspect that most people will be appreciative and say, yeah, here you go. Here's the extra commons I can't use. Thompson, you read it in like 4 or 5 sittings. Yeah, I mean, you can fly through it pretty quick. The print is pretty big. The pages don't have that much text on them. They got a lot of spacers to make it look like a bigger book, really. Jess, you think this would make a good pajama top? I mean, it's any t-shirt would, really, right? Oh, Maggie, you thought I'd have more of a reaction? Oh, I got news for you. I didn't even know what the fuck you were talking about. So I just reacted to the other part about the plague. It's like, if I don't get the entire thing, I'm like, I'll just react to the other part I did. So you didn't get a bigger reaction because I literally have no clue what the fuck you're talking about. Tinsman, can I put on some Skrillex for the techno? Not only can I put on Skrillex, but I can also grow my hair really long and stop washing my face so that I can be as greasy as that guy. Thompson, you're on book 2 of the Deathgate cycle. Nice, bro. Jordan, if I win the lottery, you want me to keep up the streams? Of course, bro. If I won the lottery, it would just mean the streams would be that much crazier because I'd have the resources to do whatever the hell I want. I do the streams because I fucking love doing this, bro. Obviously, people supporting me with the super chats, the memberships and everything is what allows me to keep doing this as my job. But if I was fucking rich, it wouldn't be like, yo, I'm done with this. It would just make me freer to do whatever crazy shit came into my head. I'd be able to do ridiculous stuff. It'd be awesome. Be awesome. Spurl, did I watch the new Snow White movie? No. I mean, you could see from outer space that it would be terrible. And I don't really care that much about Disney stuff in the first place. So a live action remake of a cartoon I don't care about isn't gonna, nah, life's too short. There's other stuff I'd rather do. So I've heard that it sucked. If I was gonna do a movie review bashing on it, then I'd check it out. But nah, man, nah. Christian, what's up? In my video from the other day, I misread the flavor text on the card. Okay, nobody else brought that up, and it's fine. You know, honestly, I wasn't reading the card directly so much as just reading it from memory, because where I'm recording and where the card image is, there's significant distance from it. So yeah, there's going to be some mistakes, but that is so small that nobody gives a shit. You're the only person who fucking brought it up, and it's completely irrelevant to me. I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? If I get something like that wrong, it doesn't affect a damn thing. It's when I get like more glaring errors. Like, for example, when I was talking about the special guests from Tarkir, and what I wanted to do was talk later in the video about how Wizards screwed up with the commander decks and left the commander dragons out of some people's decks. But instead what I did was completely forget to talk about that part. And I said that the special guests were the commander dragons, when you could literally see on the screen that they were the ultimatums. Now that's the kind of screw up where I'm like, okay, that matters. I should not have done that. But messing up the flavor text a little, who fucking cares? It doesn't matter in the slightest, bro. It makes more sense as buddy, not baby. Well, fair enough, Christian. It could be as well that that's Gwenpool, right? So it's a lady saying it. So calling it a cuddle baby as a lady makes more sense. But yeah, until you, like, I didn't know that I made that mistake. And you telling me now, I'm just taking your word for it. Because I'm like, yeah, I probably did say that. I probably did say it. Different people catch different mistakes that I make, right? And some people are hilarious. They go, this guy intentionally makes mistakes so that people will leave comments so that he can get extra engagement, because people say all kinds of wild stuff. But nah, I am a fallible human, and I definitely do make mistakes. But unless it's on something genuinely informational and of importance, I don't sweat it. I'm just like, meh, buddy, baby, goat man, tickle bitch. It's all the same difference. How about that one video where I messed up and didn't edit it right and didn't realize that I accidentally left in, like, I screwed up the intro, and then I went, fucking goddamn it, and I left that in and didn't realize it until people started commenting on it, and the video had been out for too long, and I'm like, oh no, there's nothing I can do about this. I felt bad because people watch the videos with their kids, and I don't want to swear in the videos. A lot of people loved that moment, actually. They enjoyed it, and it got a lot of engagement, but it's not what I wanted to do. Jordan, too many cards. It's impossible to keep up with everything, you know? Joglum, as the historian, am I keeping all my commander decks as is, or do I modify them? Right now, all of my commander precons are as is, but I've accepted the reality of commander and that most people most people play stomp your face, I want to like smack you down style commander. So keeping the precons as is just begging to get beat down and not be able to play in the games, because people will just go, I'll go, I'm playing a precon, and people won't go, oh, he's saying this because he wants to play against a deck of a similar power level. They'll go, cool, and then they'll just go, all right, so I'm going to play Kalia, and I'm going to put this dragon, and I'm going to put out this demon, and I'm going to kill you on like the 4th turn. Oh, okay, I guess the game's over then. You win. Yeah, this is fun, thanks. Well, I'm glad you had fun. You want to play again? No, there's no point. I told you that I'm playing a precon. I thought that that's what Rule 0 was. Like, I would tell you what I'm doing, and I didn't realize that it would just be, oh, cool, you're playing that? I'm just going to beat the hell out of you. Oh, well, don't you want to do this more? No, it's okay. You got your win. I will just politely say that there's something else I need to do. No, sorry, I've got to go make a phone call, or sorry, I got to do something else, because I'm not playing you again. There's no point. You got the win, and you barely made it a game, so what's the point? You already got what you came for. You clearly don't want to actually play, like, a game of Magic. You just want the W, so you got it, bro. Wear the W crown. You got it. Like, you won. I'm not going to set this all back up and shuffle it up to watch you fucking tug off on my chest again. Like, I get that it's fun for you, but my fun matters too. And I thought that the fact that I mentioned that I had a precon would make you pick out a deck that maybe would be on that level. So I have some friends that'll do that, right? Where they will play, oh, you're playing a precon? Let's put this deck aside. I'll play with this deck so we can have actual game of Magic. And it's like, cool, you know? And the people who want to play the other stuff, I just go, all right, I don't get angry about it. I can't. It's like, I just accept the reality of it. It's like, okay, either you're clueless or you're being a knob. And in either situation, goodbye, right? Christian, you brought it up because you knew I'd say something hilarious and you were right. Well, you were correct, buddy. Shelton said, Super Chat says, did you see the rules change about Hawkball of the Surging Soul? No. This is the first I'm hearing of it. What's going on? What's going on? Jess, what's a sweet PS2 game to buy? Dark Cloud 2. I love Dark Cloud 2. It's awesome. Spurl, your CDH combo deck is a set. I mean, if you're playing competitive EDH, whatever people... if you're playing that, then I just expect people to be playing the most busted stuff they can. And that's like a whatever. You're literally playing the most hardcore, I want to win decks, and that's fine. If somebody played that against one of my precons, I would just be like, well, I hope you had fun, and, thanks for the game. But that's it. Bye now. Stoic, some people just want to feel dominant at other people's expense. Yeah, yep. And if decks aren't balanced, it's a waste of time. I agree, buddy. And that's fine. I don't get bent out of shape about it, because at the end of the day, it's just a fucking card game. And I sat down, but like, there's no point if it's not fun. I don't care about the win nearly as much as I care about enjoying myself playing Magic. And if there's that level of disparity, there's no point. So I'll just bust out my cube and play against somebody else, or just go and play with a different group of people. So I've started to pick out the people who are worth playing Commander with for me, and the people who aren't, based on the overall vibe of what they're doing, and me using precons. But ultimately, I think the precons are going to be too weak to play against most people. So for now, they're all intact. But I'm expecting to pull some apart. The ones that I don't like will be yanked apart for pieces. Like, I don't like the Madison Lee energy deck. I don't like it, and I never want to play it again. So I can see myself taking that apart to put cards into other decks. I can see myself upgrading other decks too. You know what I mean? That's it, Joe. That's it. You got to work the bag, at least, you know? Double Strike says, the best is when they scream, I am a god. There was this condescending dude playing against Double Strike, at the one event we were at. And he kept saying stuff like, oh, you're playing that? That's so quaint. I haven't seen people playing that forever. He was basically condescending to Double Strike the whole game and talking about how he was practicing to go and play in these events. And he was basically just like himself, bah, 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 the whole time. And then he yelled, I am a god! Like, for real. He yelled this shit out as he's playing Double Strike, and then Double Strike just killed him. And it was so funny. It was so funny because this guy was just stroking himself off the whole game about how amazing it was, talking down to Double Strike, literally yells out, I'm a god, and then just dies like a bitch. I couldn't tolerate that guy at all. Like, right away, he sent off my dipshit meter so hard that he came up to me and he's just like, oh, I wanted to play against Double Strike guy. And I just said, yeah, he's not here right now. And the guy started saying more stuff and I said, yeah, he's not here right now. Like, I didn't even listen to him. I just said, he's not here right now. He'll be back soon. And just, like, shut him down and tuned him out so he walked away. Because it was totally like, bro, I don't like you from the first sentence out of your mouth. And that takes some work because I'm a friendly guy who's happy to meet people. But with one sentence, I already don't like you. And then he's playing against Double Strike and I'm like, as usual, I'm reading the situation right. This guy is a mega plug. Like, mega plug. Gianna used to have a guy who would scoop as soon as he felt like he might not win. He ruined the vibe every time. Just do it back. He plays like a third land. I'll play my Soldering. Okay, I scoop. What? Well, it looks like you're going to win. So I scoop. That's what I would do. Just do it right back to him. Just do it right back to him. As soon as he does anything, I scoop, you win. What? Yeah. Well, that's what you do. That's what we're doing, right? Like, you don't ever want me to win, and you're just going to scoop as soon as anything goes against you, so I'll just do the same. But I want to do my thing. No, you got the win. There you go. But I want to do my thing. Well, you don't get to. You got the win. Let's do it right back. Break stop. No, this guy was worse than Dan Dan. Dan Dan was a hipster douchebag. And he desperately wanted to condescendingly explain things. But he realized that when Double Strike said, yeah, and already knew how it worked, that he couldn't because it would make him look like a fucking idiot. Trying to explain to somebody what he already knows, that, like, this, he wasn't completely clueless. He recognized, wait a minute, if I try and explain this stuff to him that he already knows, I'm just going to look like an idiot and a douchebag. So Dan Dan was a pretentious hipster douchebag who thought he was awesome for playing the Dan Dan deck. But this other guy was an ultra plug who was completely clueless about anybody other than him and was constantly stroking himself. It was just next level. Next level. Christian Montoya Super Chat says, I need to be better with having a few more pre-con level decks. P.S. Have you talked about Nintendo Switch 2 prices? No, I actually haven't looked at it because I'm not really, I mean, Nintendo Switch, buying that kind of stuff isn't really in my realm right now, so I have no concept. But considering how expensive Magic is, I bet it costs less than getting some Final Fantasy stuff, right? So yeah, I have no concept really. I haven't even looked at the specs on the Switch 2, but I do love Nintendo, and I do love the Nintendo Switch, so it would be cool to have one, but there's a lot of things that'd be cool to have in life that I don't have, so I can accept that. You are the Lord of the board, Christian. Thanks for the super chat, bro. Shelton, it involves his first ability where he makes your Merfolk explore. It clarifies how multiple instances of explore work. Oh, okay. Yeah, this is the first time hearing of it, so thanks for the heads up. So Christian, I don't know about that. You need to have like however many pre-con level decks because I don't know how many people out there actually bringing pre-con decks. It seems like the majority of Commander players that I've run into don't have pre-con level decks. It seems like they have more powerful stuff. And a lot of people really do want to play smack you down nonsense. And it's just like, well, all right. At the end of the day, people want to play stuff they enjoy. And I get that. But it is funny to me that people don't recognize that just because they had fun doesn't mean you had fun. And it's not like if you're playing one-on-one, then fun can be a zero-sum game. I'm having fun at your expense. But Commander is a 4-player game, right? So if it's only about you having fun, 75% of the players aren't having fun, and why would they want to play with you? Do you know what I mean? So Commander is a different beast. It's got to be approached in a different way. And I'm learning more about that. I saw an interesting concept put forth that Commander isn't about winning. It's about deciding how you want to lose, because you're going to lose 75% of your games, all things being equal. And I mean, the wording of it could probably use a little bit of massaging to put it into something that makes a little more sense. But ultimately, I think there's something there with that. I think that's something to explore, where it's not about specifically how you're going to win, but more how the game's going to unfold, how you're going to experience the whole thing overall. And Commander is closer to like a communal board game than traditional Magic the Gathering, where it's one-on-one, let's beat each other down, you know? Larry, you heard Nintendo canceled a bunch of pre-orders for the Switch too? Did they not have enough stock? Is that what's going on? Nathan, what's up, buddy? How you doing? Things are going all right for me, my friend. You been enjoying all that crazy Tarkir stuff you cracked? Jordan, yeah, it's what's fun to you and what you want out of the game. You like politics. I don't. One of the things I hate the most about Commander is everybody pretending they're not winning. I'm not winning. I'm no threat. Go after this guy because of this. Bro, you have 10/5/5 double strikers with Death Touch on the board. And he's got like a 3/3 golem. And yeah, but like he could use this to do this in 2 turns. You're going to kill everybody next turn when you attack. I'm not a threat. I'm not winning. Okay. All right. I'm a dog man. I'm a dog man, and my feet are made of fruit roll-ups. What? Well, I thought we were saying absurd bullshit, right? Like, I'm not an idiot. And then other people at the table will be like, maybe I should go after that. Like, what are you talking about? He's got 5 fucking 10/10 Death Strike, Double Strike, or Tramples. What are you talking about? He's gonna kill us all. No, man, why are you targeting me? Fuck you. Like, oh my God. That shit drives me crazy. The politics aspect of Commander is so unenjoyable because it's just a bunch of empty lies. I'm not winning. I'm not. But I can see from the board state that you are, and I know what's in your deck. No, but I'm not winning. Yes, you are. That's what math and logic dictates. No! No! Okay. Yup. My feet are made of fruit roll-ups, bro. Do you want to suckle on them? They're strawberry flavored. It drives me crazy. Oh, fuck you, Wayne. Yeah, Wayne does this shit. I'm just going to attack whoever's at the highest life. It drives me crazy. It drives me crazy. I don't want to risk upsetting anybody. Fucking, it's baby's cry hour where, don't attack me. Why you attack me? Because that's how I win the game, you fucking moron. Oh my God. That's how you win, by killing people. No, but like, it's not about winning. Why are you attacking me? Do you not want to win? I want to win so desperately. I want to win so desperately that I'm going to lie to you about my board state, and I'm going to act put upon that you attacked me and all this other stuff, and pretend that my deck isn't the strongest, and that I'm definitely not in the strongest position. I fucking hate it. I fucking hate it. I hate that part of Commander so much. And it tends to be a decent chunk of the game, a decent chunk of the time. And it chafes my ball bag so hard. Nathan, getting it sorted and put in a binder till you can start building decks. Sorting cards is fun, man. I went out, because of the Wonders cards that I have, I went out and I got a fucking another one of those 2-lane boxes. I picked up fucking 10 packs of penny sleeves so that I can sort all my commons and uncommons and get them all ready for deck building and stuff. Jess, you love going after people that aren't threat but won the last game? Everybody's got it's like a random event generator. It's like you're just playing with random robots that have fucking faulty programming, and they're just like beep boop, gonna stick my dick in the electrical socket. What are you doing? Don't do that, Robo. Beep beep. Come on, man. Come on. I'm gonna attack you because you farted near my mom last week. Oh my god, your mother fucking smells bad. I did not fart near her. My mother doesn't stink. I'll kill you. Ugh. Ugh. Come on, man. It's so random. It's so random. It drives me crazy. Nintendo's selling the Switch 2 for like $450 and they want to sell the games for $90. Yeah, I mean 90 is like the new game price. I mean that 90 Canadian, right? So yeah, that is definitely a big step up. Yikes, we're talking 110, $120. That's wild. That's wild. I'm too old for this world, man. Everything's out of control. So yeah. I like one-on-one Magic where we both are just trying to destroy each other. Nobody in the two-player game goes, I'm not a threat. Why are you attacking me? Stop attacking me. Just leave me alone until I win. I want to win. Just leave me alone until I win. It's not fair. That guy, you're stronger than me, so attack yourself or something. Stop doing things to me. Stop thwarting my win cons. I'm not gonna win. Is it my turn? Okay, I win. I can't win, bro. Go after him. I can't win, bro. I can't do nothing. Is it my turn? You're all dead. Oh, wow, I fucking love this game. It's so cool. You just said you couldn't win. Yeah, but... Okay. But... What'd you draw that changed everything? Well, I drew a basic land. Well, okay, so you totally just had the win in your hand. Yeah, but see, I wasn't winning until you let me have my turn. So, like, you could have done something. And if you did something, then I wasn't winning. So, but you didn't do anything, so I win. And I'm fucking super smart. And I maneuvered you into that because I'm a genius. See, here's my strategy. Not me! Him! No. Yes. Brilliant strategy. Next game. No. Yes. Like, really, bro? Shiba, you laugh when you get someone with a 1-1 and they smash you and you're like, why? And they say you hit me. Well, all things being equal, if you attack somebody first, yeah, and everybody else is in the same kind of board state. If nobody has any creatures out and you attack them first, you're like, okay, you've already reduced my life total and shown that you're going to continue to do it. There's some fucking logic there, right? There's some logic there. Stoic, ew, but accurate. That's it. No. Yes. Okay. You're really clever. You're a master manipulator. No, but listen. I said my deck's not that strong. And I'm not the guy with the good board position. And your deck is better than mine. And that's what I'm going to say next game, too. And even though my deck is clearly better than yours and has more powerful cards, I'm going to insist that somebody else is in a better position to win when literally no evidence or information supports that. Zircon, that behavior would make you attack them first. Which behavior? Which? I've said too many things, so I don't even know which one you're referencing. Juggling, that's when you take their mom out to dinner. You punk-ass kid, I'll show you the commanders. You may have beat me in Commander, but I'm going to fuck your mother. How about that, buddy? I'm going to smack your fucking mama's cheeks. I'm going to play Commander with your mama's holes. I'm going to play putt-putt for the fun of it and your mama's butt-butt for the fun of it. How about that? Oh, God. Wait, Bo Falcon, what? $10 for a starter tutorial game for the Switch too? What universe is this? What universe is this? Christian, you hate that when your friends get mad at you like you're targeting them, so now you roll a dice so they can't blame you. This is what makes me want to pull my hair out about this. This is the same thing that Double Strike says. He's like, everybody just gets upset when you like pick them out and single them out based on what they're actually doing. So I just do it based on whoever has the highest life total so no one can complain. What a fucked up way to play a game where you're all trying to fucking win. Like, why even play then? Why not just have a fucking computer generate random events for you so little babies don't get their feelings hurt? I can't believe you're attacking me just because I'm in the best position and could win. Like, why are you attacking me? I just put out an 8/8 double strike dragon that says whenever you play a card, I get to do damage equal to its casting cost to any target. Like, why are you attacking me? Why? Because you have the best stuff out and you're in the best position to win. No, but why are you attacking me? Why you do it? Why are you destroying my permanent? Because it's the best thing on the board and the biggest problem. No, but it's mine. But it's mine. And like, I'm mad at you and now I'm gonna be upset later after the game. And oh my fucking God, you little fucking bitch. I can't. I'm not going to sit there and go, well, eeny, meeny, miny, mo, pick a crybaby, don't touch his toe. Jesus, fuck, man. I can't handle it. So then I have to play games with people. Look, I got my fucking arms crossed out of annoyance over this shit. I got to play with people just doing that random shit. So I'm going to make proper threat assessment and do what needs to be done, regardless of Crybaby's feelings over a fucking cardboard rectangle game. But I'm going to make sure we don't upset Barry by doing the thing to his thing. Fuck Barry and his little fucking bitch feelings. Don't sit down to play a card game where we're powerful wizards if you're going to be a crybaby bitch. Nathan, you run your Dragon's Approach deck with the whiny players and burn everyone out at the same time. That's not a solution. That's the same thing. Oh, people are whining? I'll just kill them all at the same time so they won't whine. The correct answer is, who cares if they're whining? Who cares? If it ruins their day, let it ruin their day. If you are going to let something like that fucking ruin your day, let it. Okay? I've gotten tilted by shit, for sure. I've definitely gotten tilted by shit. But for real, man, fuck that noise. Thompson with chop, 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 chop with a little punchy fox super sticker. Thanks, bro. Bop, 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 bop. Games like that are why you need to play with people you like. There are these people can be people that I like, man. But you sit down and play a Commander game with them and all of a sudden you're like, bro, you're a fucking plug. Holy shit. What happened? What happened? Eric, yeah, luxury cardboard rectangles. Yes, they are indeed, but that doesn't change the fact that these people need to stop being little wink bags. Juggle them. Aether Drift collector boxes are kind of cheap. Yeah, because the set's garbage. Aether Drift, more like Aether Grift, son. It's a ripoff. What a dumbass concept for a set. Beep, beep, vroom, vroom. Rather sit on a broom, you know? Drunko king making and weird ass plays. Yeah. Commander is so goofy like that. Sheba, a dude didn't like that you destroyed his Urborg because another player had Swamp Bonk and you didn't want to die. You should have just died so I can keep my permanent. Fuck you, dude. Yeah, Double Strike says, this is why I always play 2-headed giant or 3-headed giant. He literally is like, if there's only 2 other people to play with, he'll play 2 decks at once. Because it's just like, okay, man. Like, and I want to emphasize something. Everything I'm talking about is with grown-ass men. We're not talking about little 9-year-old Billy who we've got to be like, well, Billy's going to throw a fit because he's a little fucking kid, and we've got to make accommodations for stupid little kids and the little bitch boy feelings. We're talking about fucking 35-year-old, 40-year-old grown-ass adult men. Like, some aspects of Commander tilt me so fucking hard, boy. So fucking hard. Like, just admit you want the win. Just admit you want the win, and you're willing to say whatever bullshit you need to get the win, and you're willing to pay overpowered shit and pretend that it's not to get the win. Just admit that all you want is this win fucking desperately. And I could respect it so much more than this fake-ass, lying bullshit where you try and pretend you're not what the fuck you are. You know? I hate it. Sheba, because of me, you say beep, beep, vroom, vroom when referring to Aether Drift. That's it. That's what it is. Shelton, if someone at your table complains about being targeted, you give them 64 poison counters to prove a point. Here you go. Choke on it. Habanero, when you play Commander and attack someone who says, wait, you're attacking me? I just say, yup, leave it at that and swing. No matter what their argument is. Yeah, I can make my choices. You can't sway me. Nobody has ever changed my mind in a Commander deck game from what I'm going to do. I just be like, you're attacking me? Are you fucking deaf or stupid? Which one is it, idiot? Because I just said those fucking words. So I just want to know. Are you deaf? Because I can say it louder. Or are you just really fucking stupid that you don't know what terms in this game mean? Like, go fuck yourself, moron. Christian, you had a friend tell you a lot of mean things and went on off yourself from an average game of Commander over a text later after the game. Jesus Christ. I would just be like, text back, that's pathetic, bro. Holy fucking shit. Cry harder, you little bitch. Not only did you lose the game, but now you're a loser in real life over this shit. And I have the proof to show people. I can literally show people this now. I can show them what a weak, pathetic fucking loser you're being right now. How fucking sad are you? This is a game of fucking... It's a card game where we pretend to be fucking wizards, you clownish goon. It's so silly. Drunko, grown-ass men, people got in a screaming match because one player didn't understand how priority pass is. All right. Tindwin says we tried to promote 4-player attack left. He did tell me about that. Like, internally at Wizards, they tried to make it into a, you can only attack left or whatever else, but people, they yearn to be kingmakers. And it's not even, I don't think it's yearn to be kingmakers, because that's not it. People don't yearn to make somebody else win. They all just secretly harbor that, I can make it work. I can find a way to win. I just have to lie to everybody else and trick them and all this other shit, and I can do it. Like, there's a lot of king making, but that's out of petty fucking spite to mollify yourself. They change what winning is. Okay, winning was winning the game, but now winning is I get to decide who wins. So, because I made you the winner, I actually won. So it's second place, I'm giving myself a participation trophy ribbon right now. You know those ribbons? I don't know if they had them for you when you were in school, but I remember in grade school, it was like grade 2 or 3 or something like that, and they gave everybody a purple participation ribbon. And I went and looked at it and I'm like, this is telling me I'm a fucking loser. Like, they literally think that we can't handle losing to the point where they have to give us a fucking ribbon like it means something. And other kids were like, yeah, I got this ribbon. And I'm like, this is nothing, idiot. This says that you fucking exist and you showed up to this thing that we all had to show up to. I sucked at physical events. I was small. One time in the entirety of the track and field did I score third place in the high jump. And that little fucking white ribbon with the 3 on it, oh my God. I was like, I did it. I fucking did it. But the participation ribbons, I threw those out. That's pathetic. That's loser shit. That is loser shit. Where they're like, bro, not only are you a loser, but you're so emotionally fragile that we need to give you this stuff so you don't fucking feel sad. But it made me sad. I'm like, you fucking think I need this shit? You're just rubbing it in. Here you go, you chump loser bitch. Fuck you. Like, that's how it felt to me as a kid. But for a lot of kids, they liked it. I hated it. I fucking hated it. So that's what the king making is in Magic, in Commander. It's literally just, yo, I'm giving myself a participation ribbon that counts as the winner ribbon because I actually made you win because I got to decide that. It's empty ass shit. But no, yeah, imagine somebody in a one-on-one game trying to negotiate you out of attacking them. Do you want to attack me, bro? I'll let you draw a card next turn. Stoic says, not only do you lose the game, but you lost your dignity. There you go. Chugga says, I didn't hear no Fally. I didn't hear no bell ring. Larry, you hated those purple participation ribbons? Fuck that, man. That's just, you lost. You lost. And you're so fragile that you need something to mollify your fucking pathetic loser tendencies. It's just awful. Drunko, you won wrestling trophies at sporting events, and then when you got your first purple bullshit ribbon at school for an event you didn't partake in, you were extra confused. You're just like, wait, what's this? And it's like, this is what the people who don't do well get. I knew I wasn't as big as the other boys. I wasn't as fast as the other boys. I was fucking small for my age. I used to get picked on in school until I got to like grade 11, where I grew to be like fucking 6 feet tall. And all of a sudden there was way less fucking bullies. Once you get to a certain size, they go, yeah, you know what? It's not like I was big and muscly, but I became a lot bigger and a lot fucking harder to bully. And it was hilarious, actually. One of the kids who used to bully me in school, I ran into him at a Magic event when we were both like fucking, I had to be late 20s, early 30s, something like that. And he saw me and he starts to fucking do this like roundhouse kick, like we're still in school and I'm going to be afraid of him. So he's closed his eye and he's doing this roundhouse thing. And I just held my fist out like this. And he was this close to ramming his head into my outstretched fist. And then he just opens his eyes and he sees, instead of shrinking back, my fist is right in his fucking face. And he's just like confused and blinking. And I was like, yeah, things are fucking different. And then I just went and sat down. And he never tried that shit again. And it's like, yeah, I was a scared little bitch in fucking school. Yeah, I was. And you got to bully me. But guess what, buddy? Things have changed. Fuck around and find out. It's that fucking simple. It's like, I may not be the fucking biggest dude, but I will punch you right in the fucking face. I will do it if you're going to fucking attack me in this game store, you clownish idiot. Like, what are you doing? We are not children. I'm not afraid of you, okay? I was a pussy when we were in school. I know that. I don't look back at it and go, oh, I'm proud of that. It's like, I was a pussy, for sure. I was afraid of getting hit, afraid of all of that. But whatever, man. As an adult, it's like, bro, I've been through a lot, and no, we're not doing this. I don't even know what would make you think that this is okay. It's crazy to me that, like, we're full-on adults and you don't seem to have grown at all. What is this? Like, what are you doing? Don't you feel fucking silly? That's what I thought when he was doing it. I was like, really? Okay, here we go. I was like, I wanted him to bump his fucking head straight into my fist when he spun around. I'm like, please. And they stopped right in time. And I'm like, all right. The look on his face was priceless, though. There's the fucking confusion. What's going on? It's like, adult life, idiot. Habanero, you kept your ribbons and awards that you earned. I didn't keep any of that stuff, honestly. I don't have any of it. Christian, oh, you started getting physical copies of stuff instead of paying for like digital versions? Makes sense, man, especially since they can cancel your ownership like that. But I've never heard of Treasure Planet, no. Drunkle, you're playing proxy Deadpool decks and you think it makes people more butthurt than any other decks? Proxies are on the uptick. By the way, guys, if you're grabbing proxies, I got that sponsor, Talarian Library, who makes fucking great proxies. And you use my code, MyBonesHurt, you get 10% off. And now he's also hooking me up for every single card that sells, every single proxy that gets bought. I get a little percentage of that for myself too. So pretty fucking sweet deal for everybody involved. You get good proxies. I get more of a hookup for what I'm doing, and everybody wins. And on top of that, anybody who's outside of the US who gets proxies with them is getting bonus French Black Border dual lands tossed in. And they look pretty sweet. I think I've got them right here, actually. Nathan, it's a Disney movie, Treasure Planet? Yeah, I don't know it. Drunkle, turning people's commanders off, make them fierce. Well, that makes sense. That's the card the whole deck's based around, right? Who's going to like that? So, yeah. These look pretty nice. These look pretty nice, guys. Shiba, the raised foil proxy you got from them were amazing. Hell yeah. It's quality stuff. It's quality stuff. Habanero, keep them if it makes you happy, bro. I'm not like... If you want to keep markers of your success, that makes perfect sense to me. Keeping participation trophies would be stupid. But keeping actual things you've earned, yeah. Just because I didn't care about the ones I got does not diminish the value of yours. It's definitely not meant to be a hand wave away. You shouldn't care about that stuff. We all decide what we care about, 100%. Oh, man. Oh. So yeah, overall, I like that Ikoria deck. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. It's fun to go through the deck, see what they got in there. And I'm guessing I probably will end up having to tweak them because the experience of trying to play with them, with the exception of playing against a handful of people, just ends up being a frustrating endeavor. Vincent, I've never seen the Cobra Kai movie. Didn't they also make a series based on that? How about Treasure Island? Is that not the same thing? Oh, Treasure Planet, Treasure Island. Never mind. My brain just went, you're just saying the same thing again? What the hell? Nope, never seen either of them. Never seen Treasure Planet or Treasure Island. Jordan, stream's lagging for you? It's strong on my end. Anybody else getting any lag, or is it just running fine? That happens sometimes, but it might be on YouTube's end as opposed to mine. All right, so Jess, you got lag. Bo Falcon, it's fine for you. Zircon, fine for you. Baron, lag. Okay, so it's a mixed bag. Some people getting lag, some people not. I'm going to chalk that up to YouTube then, because if it was on my end, everybody would be getting lag. So that's a real simple indicator. A real simple indicator. The good news is that the stream has mostly been flowing fine, and this lag stuff is just coming up now, so... All right, most people are saying that it's good. A few people experiencing lag. So definitely not coming through my end. It's got to be based on where you guys are. Some with YouTube. Oh, man. All right, well, I thank you for coming to hang out with me. It's been a nice fucking chill time, and we will get back together tomorrow. But for now, I'm going to be heading off, which means you know it. The Chainsaw Man cometh. Bye.